2024 was a crazy year, and now we're going to do a countdown of the top 10 pieces of news based on our episodes. Starting at number 10. Can you imagine if even Parliament allows work from home? I mean, ministers control themselves on one mic, imagine 100.
And I think PM Wong set a historic example for Singaporeans to follow when he worked from home himself when he got COVID in December. And at number 9, there was no Love Actually storyline for the Income Alliance deal. In fact, it was more like Runaway Bride, if anything.
And in both cases, there was someone from a Western country trying to take something from an Asian country. I mean, Bubble Tea has Shang-Chi, we have Dong Dong. And number 8.
And I think we Singaporeans were unwittingly dragged into a war of words with the British commentariat class.
So it's clear, Singaporeans cannot work remotely, but ministers can sneer globally. I mean, if it happens again, I have one piece of advice to Minister Shan. Maybe just ride out the storm.
And at number 7, Yalla Butt was etched into the annals of Singapore history forever via Parliament Hansard.
You know, I'm so happy that we can now be part of Parliament without having to sit in Parliament. And at number 6,
I think it's quite sad that Lee Hsien Young's mission to demolish the house in Singapore has led to him needing to find a new house in the UK.
You know, I think Lee Hsien Young can learn a lot from Trump. Because on one hand, he can't stake his name on a property, but on the other hand, Trump has his name everywhere.
And at number 5, Taylor Swift has caused the most political tension in Southeast Asia that we've seen in a long while.
It's so funny, for years, people were being called out for talking about Taylor Swift's relationships. But in this case, so many people talked about her being exclusive to us. Leave the woman alone. And at number 4, looks like Pritam got in trouble for apparently not being honest, but the horny VP got in trouble for being too honest.
And speaking of the horny VP, I think we all Singaporeans were super enraptured with it, but we can take a page from Pritam and say, I will not judge you for your bad spelling. I mean, everyone gets really kanchong before the PSLE, right? And at number 3, the trial that gave us all Singaporeans memes like the Lao Hong Biscuit, the Giga Chat, all of which we can take to the grave.
You know, if Pritam got charged for lying, what about all the bosses who've been lying to you for years about what time you can go home? And at number 2, looks like Lawrence Wong went from being underdog to Prime Minister, while Tan Chuan Jin went from being Speaker of Parliament to someone who can't speak at all.
Yeah, in this case, one politician got sworn in, while another ex-politician got sworn at. And at number 1, Broadway musicals, Premier League matches, whiskey, Brompton bicycles. What can I say, man? He's a man of culture.
You know, Iswaran and his posse of lawyers kind of look like a family of otters themselves. You know, always travelling in packs, and an alpha otter that bit off way more than he can chew.
This is Yala.
Don't just stop there.
Listen to the full episodes on all streaming platforms.
Link in bio.